now. William is inbound. He's running 5 minutes late. Please clear the owner of his character. Somebody must be connecting. Yep. Clear owner. Got it. Okay. Okay, it looks like that's showing. So if I go to the stream, that's showing. Good deal. Nice. All right. Feeling good about this. Oh, I forgot to put that on loop. Now it's on an endless loop. Need more people. But cow.
Hey guys.
Nick, what's up?
Not much. Lost track of time for a second there.
So I bought a house yesterday, and I bought $3,000 worth of furniture today.
It's really nice for you to do that for your tenant.
That's good stuff.
It is.
So this daffy old bitch yesterday was acting like she was surprised that we were getting a key to the house we just bought. And like her agent was like, well, she was kind of concerned and didn't really see why they needed a key, just, you know, for security. And I said, this is the first time I got to be standing next to a fucking agent and not have our realtor putting this fucking PC filter on everything. And I said, the ink's dry on that. If she doesn't want to, it was like, if she doesn't feel safe living there, she's more than welcome to move out right now.
Nice.
How'd that go over?
Doesn't matter how it went over. My fucking house now. That's what I explained to him. She said this thing, like when we were walking in, we saw her on the sidewalk because we don't do the signing together. She signs all her shit and we come and sign all our shit. So when we walked in, she's like, yeah, so give me a call. Looks like we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So whenever I talk, I didn't say anything then. So then when I stand with the agent, I said, make sure to let her know we ain't got shit to talk about. Because she's wanting to coordinate when we'll, because we want to clean the gutters and do the chimney and shit like that. And I want to get firewood put there before it starts snowing. Because we've got a wood stove in the basement. And so she's like, well, we can just coordinate that. And I was like, yeah, you can let her know. We're not coordinating shit. I will call her and tell her what day I'm coming over to do whatever I need to do. And she can or cannot be there. I don't care. If I decide I want to change the countertops next week, I will give her a week's notice that I'm coming to change the fucking countertops. But I don't give a fuck if she likes it.
Nice.
I think you should do all the work you can before that.
Nah, we're not going to do anything major for 6 months.
I wouldn't want to change the countertops with someone else there.
The counters are really nice anyway. But we're not going to change any of that shit for 6 months. We're not doing anything major. But I need to clean the fucking gutters out before winter.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not really checking in if it's a good time for her. I don't give a fuck.
Outdoor stuff you don't have to. If you want to get in the house, technically you have to give her a notice.
In Montana, I have to give her notice for outside stuff too.
Oh, you're shitting me.
Just 24 hours. It doesn't matter. I'll give her a week's fucking notice. It's the part where she suggests that I need to ask. I need to ask her permission. And I was like, okay, I don't know if she really is like this is the kind of person she is, but we're done. I was like, and take it from a diehard renter. I can do whatever the fuck I want now. This is my house. As long as I'm not infringing on your ability to live peacefully, I don't give a fuck, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, but she suggested that we didn't need a key, and I'm like, oh, baby, needs got nothing to do with it. I'm getting a fucking key. And besides, that's half of the way a squatter works. They've got a working key and you don't.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyways. Oh, you should see what I wrote in the memo field of my check today.
What?
I put day one.
What do you mean day one?
Oh, so we buy the house yesterday. Today, Jen calls me as I'm about to get off work and asks if I can come by Ashley Furniture and write a check for the bedroom set that she got a great deal on.
Yeah.
$3,000. And I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my way. So as I called Nick sent me a text and he said, yeah, get used to it. We did her like a room a year. And I said, yeah, at this rate, I'm redoing a room a day. So, by the way, JJ, it's just the top of your head. You knew that or not.
Say that one word. I can't hear you over what I'm assuming is Nick's background noise.
No, this actually isn't Nick. Well, he's got some
There's
too.
a problem with my background music.
I can't hear you. That's the problem, or anyone else.
Yeah, but when I say that, I'm just being a dick.
Guys, I have the volume at 5%. I can't even hear it anymore.
Well, if you can't hear it, might as well shut it off.
Don't you laugh, it was your noise at first.
I don't know. I couldn't hear it.
I could hear over Jason's.
Anyways, I stopped it. I'm done. Okay, so I guess it's start time.
Yeah.
So let's
Damn right.
Party wipe time. You gotta make new characters.
turn off that.
Fuck you. I'm good with the dragons. I gave him the mask. You're a bitch.
Going. Turn
Yeah,
off
I
that.
didn't do anything bad.
Talk back to
No
him.
spoilers, please.
Brim was the good
Looks like
guy
we got a
last
couple
week.
people.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Uh-oh. Texas only got 15 minutes. Bummer.
Oh.
Coven better die fast.
Okay, so let's go ahead and share the sheet. Bam. Everybody should have the sheet now.
What sheet? You mean the map?
Oh, I still got people connecting.
What
I'm still
sheet?
connecting.
The map.
Okay.
There's Coven.
The map that we don't need.
We need that map.
The Sword Coast map.
I
Yeah.
thought we were in the spine of the world.
I thought it was in Nether Mountains. Pretty sure.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
No, it was the spine of the world.
All right. Hey, look at that. It's Coven.
Meeting in the Nether Mountains.
Maybe it's all connected and it's part of the spine of the world or something.
Sure.
Spine of the World's only a little bit north.
Basically the
Here,
same thing.
I will alter the sharing so you can see. Spine of the World's just north of you.
Yeah.
All right. So I still don't
Hell, I
have
could be
everybody.
wrong. I've been wrong before. Maybe only
There.
once or twice, but
There. Now everyone has the map.
Hey, look, a map.
Okay. So let's get started. It's time for some people to die.
It's
Yeah,
time
damn
for a
straight.
recap.
Recap. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for session 30 some odd of the Dragon Queen. 36 of the Dragon Queen. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, we got together and the party was able to speak to the Council of Neverwinter and some of the Northern Lands and explain some of the actions of the cult over the past several months throughout the area, including One in particular, Baron the White, who terrorized a huge UNT, and they were able to explain this to the council and gain most importantly the support of what used to be the face of the Lord Neverwinter, and he's no longer in that charge. They rode on the back of a dragon shortly thereafter to come to the Council of Dragons in the Nether Mountains. And there we find our party in a bit of peril as Tazmikella threatens the life of some of the party members and their weapons in order to clear their name and perhaps gain the trust and convince the dragons to let the humans help in the big clash in the upcoming summoning of Tiamat, I presume.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good summary. So,
Thank you.
Not quite the way I remember it, but
it's not?
Coven's biased towards his weapon.
Coven's biased toward not dragon.
Just self-loathing.
Brew. So, you've
Nice.
got five dragons. And to remind you of the scene, you're in a large circular area with runes, and it looks like they were actually clawed into the ground by dragons. You are surrounded by 5 large spires that each hang out over the circle of it. And upon those circles, there is an ancient gold dragon, an ancient bronze, a silver dragon, the one that you flew in on, what's the last one? A brass dragon, and then a very, very large and pissed off copper dragon named Tazmikella, who, upon looking at Coven, already seemed displeased and smelled an evil artifact upon his body, his great sword Horizon. When he demanded that he relinquish it, Coven drew it instead and took a battle stance. During this flurry, she also noticed another smell. Her property, which was stolen years and years ago, the wings of flying that both Coven and Jaeger happened to be wearing. When she confronted them about that, Jaeger doubled down and told her, if it was yours, you would still have it. Tazmikella is drooling acid through her mouth and has started to climb down from her spire in fury. What would you guys like to do?
Roll for initiative.
All right, I got something I wanted to say here, and I typed it up.
Okay.
Nice.
You guys and your homework. Fuck that.
Okay. Wow, this is nice. Jaeger's not going to say this? All right. I'll give you. All right.
hey,
We're the first
typed
people
it.
here in memory. You called us here. You're not fighting men, dragons. You're fighting an army of men working together with an army of dragons with a god at their back. And you're more worried about a trinket? The first people here and this, not the armies before us, is your main concern. Take the trinket. The enemy doesn't squabble about such pettiness. They work together like we should be doing. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Why don't you give me a persuasion check, Jaeger, and you can have advantage on that.
All right.
Snake eyes.
All right. Tazmikella doesn't seem too moved by what you say. She seems just as furious, just as pissed off. Her wings are still out. But Protanther, the gold dragon and the leader of the council, booms across. He's right. By the way, with the take the trinket, I'm assuming you threw the cloak on the ground or something? Okay.
Hey,
Yes.
Jason, I have a question.
Yes.
So, in your description of Tazmikella,
Yep.
said she was fond of humanoids, and then after that, she just hates humanoids. Where does the fond? Did she?
I never said she was fond of humanoids.
You said
I
kind
said-
of likes us.
Yeah, she does seem to like you till she noticed Coven. You know, the non-human in your group. She doesn't seem too fond of Coven. So.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not humanoids, it's just humans.
Humans, yeah, she likes humans. Humans are fun. Humans are exciting, creative.
Okay.
I mean, some of them are thieves, but Dragonborn.
And some people recover property.
Yeah, Dragonborn are a warped, fabricated race. She does not like them. They're not natural.
They're not really natural.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at Coven, and he still has his sword drawn, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm going to say, Coven, it seems that you are trying to redeem your family's name. And it seems to me that, my friend, instead of redeeming your father's name, you are repeating his failures.
Ooh.
Your father apparently worked with the Cult of the Dragon. You, my friend, with your sword drawn, are endangering the one thing that can possibly defeat the Cult of the Dragon. So think about that, Coven. Think about what this weapon supposedly is doing to you. Are you going to fall victim like your father did, or are you going to rise above it?
Coven would like to not so calmly explain to Lucas, I am better than my father. I am not weak to his temptations. And with this sword or any other, I will slay Tiamat and put her back in her hole.
You cannot do it by yourself.
Did you say with that sword or any other?
Indeed.
Athena.
If that's
Imagine striking her down with your father's axe.
What's the bronze dragon's name?
Tasmacella or
Nimmer is what I have.
Eleuthera.
Eleuthera was the bronze?
No,
Eleuthera was the brass.
Oh, yeah,
Panther gold, silver Zelia, bronze is Nimmer.
Oh, I'm sorry. The brass is the god, the one who wanders the plains of knowledge. I'm sorry, I had it backwards.
Eleuthera.
Yeah. Eleuthera, yes. The dragon. By the way, Tasmacella has actually stopped advancing down to the platform. She's no longer heaving and dripping acid from her mouth. Later, Tex. Eleuthera says, "Then why not another?"
All right. Well, God damn it. Coven doesn't want to put down the sword, but if everybody's going to think the sword is the problem, then fine. I don't need a goddamn sword.
Brim doesn't think it's a problem.
I don't need a sword to put a god in the ground. I'll use my bare hands if I need to.
I need a charisma saving throw to put the sword down.
All right.
Roll low.
Do my best here. Charisma check.
Hey, Jason?
Yeah.
I have old portent rolls.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a good time for one of those.
Rolled an 18.
I rolled an 18.
All right.
Good job.
Coven, nice job on the 18. You honestly, as you're about to like sheath it and drop it, you're like, no, I need this blade. It makes me strong. What am I saying? And then you realize, nope, that's the sword talking. And you close it and drop the sword on the ground. Tasmacella reaches down and swipes the blade up. Just one claw. Whoop, grabs the blade. And she looks and sniffs again. Perhaps your race is stronger than I give you credit. You may keep the trinkets. Just don't like that they were stolen. She rises back up. You see the sword gets like pushed down onto the ground under her claws and back up onto the spire.
So she's wielding the sword now.
Eleuthera nods to Coven.
Oh, Harzan, I won't miss you.
I'm going to look over at Protanther.
Yep.
Protanther, you have taken, in good faith, in trying to do what's right, we have given you a great weapon that we have been using to fight the cult.
And a black dragon mask.
Oh, and the black dragon mask. We really need something that can replace the power, or if you can enchant his father's axe to help him right the trials that his family has undertaken, it would be most appreciated.
Protanther makes a rumbling noise that you would assume is some kind of sigh, and he says, "Unfortunately, I cannot do this thing. But he can." And he points to the bronze dragon, who seems to be the youngest, or at least like his scales don't have the weathered look to them. They're still kind of it seems like as the metallic dragons get older, their scales are shinier and glisten more, and his scales are still kind of matte and not real glossy yet. He seems completely excited about this. He's like, yeah. And he's like, I can get you a weapon. I can enchant you a weapon. Let me see your father's axe.
It was in the bag of holding, guys.
Yeah.
But does Coven even know that? I don't think Coven knows that or not.
I'm the one who put it there.
Right. I mean, Coven discarded it.
Coven just dropped it on the ground.
I'll tell you, it's in the bag of holding.
I forgot.
Don't you have the bag of holding?
You know what, Coven?
I
This
just
is
put it
actually
out there,
probably the
guys.
first.
Go.
This is the first time in months that Coven has even remembered he has a axe given to him by his father.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I'm going to say this. Coven will have disadvantage on history checks for anything over since he picked up the sword. His mind has actually been a little clouded. If it didn't involve killing people, Coven doesn't have a real good memory of it right now.
I would think that would be
And
first thing in his mind.
even when it
anyway.
was him killing people, Coven mostly just remembers the killing, not so much the why or whether it was for a good cause or anything like that.
That's all that matters.
Right. Like, really, he was more, like, relishing in when he beheaded that helpless guy than, you know, the guy who was holding his guts. You just keep seeing different techniques of taking his head off as opposed to thinking, wow, I probably didn't need to kill that guy.
So he takes the axe and sets it down. What happens next?
Bronze Dragon says he'll take care of it. So the dragons talk to themselves a bit more. Tazmikella was probably the most opposed to helping. Protanther's really kind of on the fence, but the fact that you've given up so many things really has Protanther feeling pretty good. Protanther has one problem, and it's all he needs to pledge the support of the Gold Dragons, and that is he needs an apology.
Right back. Sorry, guys, I'll be right back.
He needs a what? Sorry?
An
He
apology.
needs an apology.
John just apologized.
Not for that. He wants an apology from someone who speaks for the elven kind, for the abomination that was the Drakaraj Mythal, which was a curse cast on dragons long ago by the elves. If you promise me that I will receive such an apology from King Melendrog, then you will have the support of the Gold Dragon as well.
I would apologize for it and ask him if the curse can be lifted.
Well, we long since defeated their paltry curse, but it's the principle. I understand that humans in their short time, you might not even realize when evil has touched your soul, but the elves are long-lived. They're the first race, and they know what they do. They're patiently approaching their evil ways. And that I cannot forgive. But you have convinced everyone here. I'm confident you can convince King Melendrog that he must acknowledge the wrongs his people committed against my own race. If he does that, you will have our support.
Deal.
Where do we find him?
He was part of the council.
Yeah, King Melendrog's the Elf King from the Council. The one who claims that his homelands are fine
He's
But
the king of Misty
his second
Forest,
command is like, you guys need
Elf
to
Misty
help us.
Forest, and the High Forest Eldritch Knights.
In addition,
His second command was what?
He just needs an apology from him for that curse. And then we'll get the gold dragons on our side. Do we have, just curious, OOC, but do we have the support of the other dragons?
Yes, the copper, the bronze, the brass, and the gold, if King Meldrak apologizes, have all said that, outside of the gold giving a concession that must be met first, all the rest have said, yes, we will help.
Okay.
Well,
Alright.
we're getting ready to go to his land,
Actually-
so
Elia, Atelia Karnos. She demands that the remains of one of her slain kin was used to make armor for the dwarf lord who slew her. She demands that the ambassador Brawn Anvil make an apology on behalf of all the dwarves that their dragon moots have caused and return the remains, which is a suit of armor.
Isn't it Broad Anvil?
Brawn Anvil.
Why did she attack the dwarves?
Oh.
The dragon moot is when the dwarves would gather and destroy and kill a dragon.
Oh, okay.
So the dwarfs of the north guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they killed a silver dragon, one of her kin, and used it to make armor for the dwarf lord that killed her.
Okay, she'd been mouthing off.
All right. Then let's go speak with an elf king, and then.
Wait, did we already get the axe back?
Before you leave, Nimmerg assures you that he will have the weapon enchanted and
All
ready.
right. I'm gonna
So you
need
have a sword right now?
I have to make a.
So
great
is
axe.
Tobin without a blade right now?
When he says it's going to be ready, it's going to be ready when?
Like I'm making the item right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
We were checking if we need to provide him the blade
hey,
temporarily. or
John,
whatever.
or someone who mentioned the Elf King. We've already
Yes.
got the task to go
Items.
free his lands, anyways.
No.
We demand that he. Well, do we go before we free his lands or after? Say we're gonna need
I would
that.
say we go after, that way we have leverage against him, seeing how
Yeah.
he denies it. There's even a problem.
Plus, it eliminates less travel time.
We need to send a message. We need to get a message to Neverember about what's going on now.
I would let him stew.
No, we need to communicate to the dwarves that we need that suit of armor.
They just had to apologize. They didn't say they needed the suit of armor.
Yeah, he said he wanted it back.
No,
He said
no,
return
for,
the remains.
For Estella and Carnos, she wants the suit of armor returned to her.
That is
These
the
damn
remains.
people are so needy.
Great axe is a weapon, martial weapon.
Guys, I'm not fighting with the jellyfish. This is good.
Pretty rare.
Alright,
How does
so,
it feel to be evil sword free?
Pounds.
I am evil sword free. That doesn't mean I give a shit if people are alive.
I only asked how it felt to be evil sword free because
No.
it's been a while.
It's nice.
in a sad way.
It's nice in a sad way. Kinda
I'm
like,
gonna miss your like 4d6s.
Yeah, it's all right though. I'll just have to hit more often.
Good plan.
Okay. What's the damage on a there? 1d12 slashing.
Great axe, yeah.
2d12.
No, it's not.
7d12. So.
Hey guys, I have a readied firebolt. It's 120-foot range.
Nice. Can you not use that on anybody except for maybe me?
That was for the blue dragon that was killed.
Oh, nice.
I'm just
It's
still
still
ready, just in
Yeah.
case.
You've been holding a firebolt for 3 fucking days.
When I let it go, it's gonna feel so good.
Is that like your tantric method or what?
Yep, firebolt tantric style.
Tantric firebolts.
It's gonna be 2d8 damage.
You know, if it burns, there's something wrong with that.
Hey, it doesn't burn me.
Either direction.
No one ever said that.
I didn't realize that was part of it.
Okay. Cohen, I just dropped it on your inventory and it added it correctly.
Ah, you're beautiful. Thank you, sir.
Yep. See if it did the damage correctly. Yep.
I'll delete Coven's axe.
So, the Axe of Darshidian. Oh, I got that written wrong. Properties is. It's a freaking great axe. Great axe is heavy and two-handed.
No.
Got it. Okay. You have a +1 great axe of dragon slaying.
You're just outside. No.
When you're, it's actually called the Axe of the Darshidians.
Nice.
It is a +1 great axe. When it is used to strike a dragon, including dragon turtles or wyverns, it does an extra 3d6 damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And it is, let's see, I'll make you an effect for that. It is create item, weapon.
Now when you attack Tazmikella, you'll be doing 3d6 bonus damage because it's a dragon. I'm going to give you a weapon that can kick my ass.
Add action, effect.
I'm just glad that nobody noticed the
Damage.
Coven's, or not Coven's, but Jaeger's arrows.
Next.
He only has one remaining.
He's using them on chromatic dragons anyway.
Okay. You get your spears back. All right. You are set with the Axe of Darshidian. It also glows when you will be able to sense when you are near dragons. Right now, you have an overwhelming sense that you are near dragons.
That's weird.
So they're giving us a weapon we could use against them if we were so inclined.
Yeah, which
Hey,
actually
Nick-
says something.
Nick just caught up.
No, I've been there the whole time.
We were talking about that like a minute ago, Nick.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Probably when a dog was making noise.
What is this Coven's axe? Okay. All right. So, with that, the Dragon Council disbands. They all launch into the air and leave.
Are we getting a ride back?
Elia.
Can leave us here.
Yeah, just with Elia.
I would like to do my thumb.
Do your what?
Elia climbs down off of the spire and strides up to you. Takes her about 3 steps to cross the platform to you. She kneels down, but before she lowers her wing to allow you to climb on, she just shakes her head. Well, I guess you made an impression. She lowers her wing down so you can climb on. She'll take you where you want to go.
Oh yeah.
I have a question. So I want to ask this as politely as possible.
Oh, God.
But why did a dwarf attack a silver dragon?
She doesn't know.
Okay.
Because they wanted her scales to make armor. That's what the dragon's mood is.
Yeah, dwarves are greedy like that. Stupid dwarves.
No wonder we don't have dwarves with us.
Alright, so to the forest then?
To the Misty Forest.
Okay. It takes her about a day and a half to fly you to the Misty Forest. Where did we say it was? Like down here?
Yeah, right over there.
Yeah, there it is.
No, it's over there.
I'm
No,
not
it's right there.
It's right next to the. I thought it was next to the Dead Man's Mirror or whatever, but maybe
There's
not.
Westwood.
Yeah. I don't know. Anybody remember where it said it was?
Do I have to find that one again?
Yeah, you found it, didn't you?
I googled it.
Oh.
Where is Misty Forest?
Well, never mind. I'll just pull this up.
Bam. The High Moor is a location on the west is the Misty Forest, so west of High Moor.
West of the High Moor.
Where the fuck is the High Moor?
It's
High
just to the southeast of Daggerford.
Next to Daggerford. Okay. Okay.
Coven's friends.
They love
There
me.
we go. And I don't know why the thing he's trying to move. Okay. So, as you fly into Misty Thicket, where is that? That's the
Misty
halfling
Forest.
city. That's the halfling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Misty Forest. Why not?
Take it now.
I have Misty Forest written everywhere.
Here we go.
It is Misty Forest.
So it's a vast woodland that's concealed by a thick mist and rain. There's enormous spruce trees that dominate the northern end of the forest where you come in. And that is also where Atland, which is the town that, whatever his name was, the Darren guy, you better remember it.
Darren.
Oh, Lord Derek?
Yeah. Dellen Winterhound. That's the guy who asked you to come. After the king said everything's fine, Dellen was like, no, it's not. But Atlan's on the northern end of the Misty Forest. The main thing you notice that separates it from any other forest you've ever been in is the mist is omnipresent. It's always there. All areas in this forest are considered lightly obscured at all times.
Damn,
because
this
the
forest
mist
is misty.
is so thick.
Is it magical?
No.
Do I detect magic?
No, you do not.
Is there a science reason behind it that I would possibly know?
Arcana.
Hey, same question, but nature.
Sure.
COVID's gonna say, damn, it's cloudy. Guys, I know why it's hard to see. There's clouds everywhere.
No. Neither of you really understand what's causing it to be foggy all the time.
Do I have any idea whether or not this is normal?
You've heard of the Misty Forest before, and that's not
It's normal
something-
here.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wanting to know. Is this something weird or is this
Sure.
typical?
Well, it's named the Misty Forest.
Okay. Well, as you reach the forest, Elia lowers her wing and drops you off. And before you can say a word, she vaults into the air and flies away.
I'm going to say bye.
No acknowledgement.
yeah,
I
would
would think so.
Probably saying good riddance.
I bet she heard me.
I bet she's not happy with us because we're not going after the dwarf first.
I bet she cares more that we take care of it. Dragons are patient.
What do you mean go after the dwarf?
The silver dragons want us to take care of the dwarf with the apology. The gold
She
want
was
us to
silver.
Oh, yeah. Once the skin. Sorry.
Right.
It's-
No, you didn't get that impression. The only impression you got is she did not seem to be super pleased with how the meeting went. So I think she was a little embarrassed
Yeah,
because she's the one who vouched for you guys.
yeah.
Oh,
So
That's what I was thinking too.
Hey, Jason.
yes,
Speaking of the dragon armor, did you get that made?
it is. I mean, did you pick out which sets you wanted?
Yeah, just the. I thought we were getting the heavy one and one light one.
Right, but I mean, what do you guys want? Because that's what you'll get.
What do you mean?
Like, what armor do you want? You said,
One
well, like
heavy,
one heavy, one light. I mean, but like
The dragon scale. Or,
right. I mean, they can make like a studded leather out of dragon scale that'll be basically magical studded leather, or they could make a suit of up to magical plate. So you can just pick 2 suits that you want, and I'll make them. I didn't realize you picked the suits you want. Was it on the forums?
Oh, no, I just figured that it was dragon scale. It would be dragon scale.
Instead of yeah.
It is, but I'm saying its base stats are going to be a magical version of a different armor type.
Gotcha. That was where the misunderstanding was. He was assuming that there'd be like a dragon scale in the table.
Oh, I don't have a specific dragon scale one. I'm going to call it dragon scale, and it's going to be a heightened version of another armor. But like, if a light version, then otherwise I'm just going to call it scale mail with a bonus. But I would rather. There's a guy who can craft it into dragon plate. So.
Well, cool.
Okay.
Wait, does anybody wear plate? Well, Brim does, but would
Yeah,
it be an improvement? Brim's already got +1, doesn't he?
No, I
he's
have
got natural plate.
Elven,
He's
yeah.
got Elven plate, which has no movement disadvantage.
Do you want to give up? Well, he'd lose that if he switched, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It'll be standard plate mail, but it'll be magical and it'll have a resistance to white dragon damage
I'd take that.
Is that worth it?
or resistance to cold. I mean,
Oh, yeah, to lose my dex.
Brim, is that worth it?
yeah, you would lose you would have disadvantage on stealth checks and stuff
Oh,
like
wait, I
that.
just realized I muted him. Sorry. No, it wasn't for you talking. It was just all the background noise. It's easier.
The dogs, yeah. My wife's not home. That's me. They don't know the dogs. No, yeah, I would take it over the stealth penalty.
Okay. Are you guys going back to Waterdeep?
No, we're in the forest of.
Okay. Well, I mean, the blacksmith's in Waterdeep.
Oh,
Next
okay.
time we go through Waterdeep. We'll
Yeah,
get
next
into
time.
that.
Okay. As you start to venture into the Misty Forest, it's not long, Lucas, before you feel your
Falamir.
Felomir is near. And he starts to excitedly jabber on and on about he already found the city here, and he's pretty sure he's got everything figured out.
Okay, well, tell me what's up, or tell us what's up. I'm going to ask him to make himself visible and talk to everyone. If he wasn't already.
Okay, so he zips up and poink, he appears in front of everybody. He's standing on, there's a sapling, and he's very gallantly standing on one of the branches. He's got his sword like slung over his shoulder. You can see he has what looks like maybe a rat pelt or something that's draped over his shoulder like a cloak to ward away the cold. He's got blood smeared across, like 3 fingers of blood smeared under his right eye. He's definitely looking very warlike right now. So he explains to you that you are not far from the village of Altland. Altland is the last place that was raided by the dragons, and there's some things that are kind of fishy going on. They have a very powerful set of defenses. Most of this town is built up into the trees. If you look right over there, there's one of the houses. You probably didn't even see it, but that's okay. By the way, Jaeger, you saw it. You did spot the house he's talking about. There's a lodging up in the trees with walkways and stuff. And normally it would be an excellent set of defenses, but apparently it was a big green dragon that attacked, and that kind of made them trapped. And then the pulleys got destroyed, and so they couldn't get away. And so there were about 300 people, and now there's only 150 left, and they're all dead. So there's a whole bunch of people that you should probably talk to. And I can't exactly go talk to them because I'm not exactly super welcome here because everybody thinks I'm a sprite. And then he continues to rant for a little bit about how these elves are kind of rude. And he never really liked elves that much anyway because they're all so snooty, and everyone thinks that you need to be. There's only a certain kind of fairy who's okay, and he really starts to go off on a rant about how they don't care for pixies. So.
Hey,
Okay.
I hate to sidetrack this, but his rant about elves being rude reminded me. Do I know anything about that curse on the dragons?
It's already
History.
expired, didn't it?
History.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Sorry, what? So what happened? I heard the 150 people dead. We should go talk to the living guys.
Yes, we are, but Brian's doing a history check.
Okay, no problem.
I don't remember what it was for.
I want to know if I know anything about the curse on the dragons that they put on the gold dragons.
Yeah.
I thought the curse had expired.
He just wants to know what he knows about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was...
Some wizards are on top of their stuff. I kind of randomly do skill checks as I get to stuff. Hey, wait, what do I know now?
It was a curse that covered most of the continent that the Sword Coast is a part of, Faerun, that caused dragons and dragon-blooded creatures to slowly lose their minds and become enraged. And it really broke out a war among them. And a lot of dragons perished in the fighting.
Okay, thanks.
Would that have been when the dwarves killed the white dragon?
Probably not.
Okay.
Would that have been more like the high elves and not the wood elves, or would they have worked together?
Back then, it was just the elves. They weren't really different factions.
And was there a reason why they did this?
Unknown.
Okay.
Okay, come in with the salt. Oh yeah, we might have got some.
Okay. So, what do we want to do?
Let's go check on the people, I
All right,
guess.
let's.
Okay. As you start to approach the city, town, village, whatever, you, especially with Jaeger pointing them out. Hi, Holly. You start to notice quite a few elven guards up in the trees with bows. No arrows drawn or anything. They're just watching you as you come in. I mean,
Wait,
you all appear to be humanoid for the most part.
Hold on,
Yes.
my brain just kind of clicked a little bit.
Okay.
What did he said that they had great defenses, but the what was already pulled up?
The
He
pulleys.
said that ordinarily the defenses seems like they'd be pretty good because they can pull up the pulleys and then you can't get to them while they're up in the trees. But it didn't really work that well with the green dragon. And then the pulleys got messed up, and so they couldn't get down. And so basically everybody who was up in the defenses of the trees was pretty much fucked because they couldn't get away from the green dragon, who just swooped over and chlorine gassed them all.
It was
to
like a
death.
big oversight.
So,
But did it?
the first thing that happened was the lifts got destroyed, so then they couldn't get down. I mean, they could get down, but they couldn't get down quickly. So then the dragon, they were just sitting ducks.
Was it ambush? That's what I want to know. Or was it sabotage?
Oh, he doesn't know.
What does he have an opinion? Does he have an impression? No clue.
The only opinion Falamir has is that he's been to like 4 villages that have been raided, and this is the only one that survived. I mean, they kind of survived. They got pretty screwed up, but there's 3 other villages within a couple days of here, and all of them were destroyed. I mean, they were leveled. This is the only one that the dragon was driven off from.
Yeah, let's go in here and talk to people. Find out where this stupid dragon is from, so we can go kill his stupid face.
I like it.
And skin him.
Sure.
Feast on his bones.
Yeah, you eat the bones.
So, is that what everybody's doing? Are you going in as a group? What are we doing?
Yeah, we should go in as a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coben is immediately challenged as soon as he's recognized.
In a good way, though, right?
As a non-human? No,
Oh, okay.
not really. They demand that you halt and state your business, and why do you bring his kind here?
We can just hold up the writ or whatever it is.
Wait, with
that's the cities of man.
yeah, is that not going to work here for exactly the reason he just said?
Actually, King Malandrath's signature is on it.
Oh yeah, okay. Show him the writ.
Okay. They send forward one guard to read it. He takes a look at it, and he looks at all of you, and he nods that you can come into their guard post, and you can wait there until their leader can come speak with you. But until then, he doesn't have the authority to grant you free access to the village.
It's fine.
Thank you.
What's left of the village?
Okay.
Oh, shit.
They take you into a very modest eating area. It's got 2 small tables. This is on the ground level. It doesn't go up. And they bring you some dried fruit, some weak, watery wine, and water, and tell you to you can relax here. And as soon as Galen has a moment, he can come speak with you.
I will be
Even
glad
to the elves to serve piss for wine.
Yeah, I'm going to be glad to not eat or drink anything they give me and eat my rations.
Okay.
I'm going to say that by this writ, it's not his earliest convenience. We're here to help. We need to see him immediately.
Persuasion or intimidation, your call.
Persuasion. I'm a nice guy. I'm going to say it with a smile instead of a fuck you. But I'm going to say it snarky enough so I am saying fuck you.
Okay. He kind of starts to retort and then kind of stumbles over his words, and then his eyes kind of light up like an alarm, and he's like, I'm sorry, sir.
No, I'm gonna touch his shoulder. I know you're just doing your job. Please go, my friend.
Okay. He nods, he turns, and he sprints away with elven grace, leaping over chunks and running away. And then you realize that Falamir is floating right beside you, and he is holding a bark figurine symbol of the Lady of Summer over your shoulder. And apparently the elf saw it and was like, "Oh shit, this is an agent of the Lady of Summer." It's pretty. It's the only reason a war pixie would be sitting on your shoulder. And so the war pixie was like, "Yeah, so Lady of Summer, bitch." And so
I'm gonna kind of nod to follow me. I'm gonna be like, "Thanks, bud."
You need like a little fist bump going on there.
I'm gonna drink Cove and share the wine since he's not touching it.
Okay.
The assholes.
Wouldn't want to offend them by letting it go to waste.
It's very quick that another elf comes up with like 3 guards with him. He comes running up. You can tell he's panting. I mean, elves don't really run hard enough to sweat, but he's panting and he's out of breath. He arrives and apologizes that you've been forced to wait this long. He does regret to inform you that Galen is away at the moment. They've sent a runner to find him, but he's currently out surveying the damage to one of the neighboring towns that was just raided.
Of course. Who is his second?
He'll be here, but you are more than welcome to visit anywhere you need. We only ask that you do not leave this one. He motions to Coven alone, simply because he would cause a disturbance. I recognize, sir, that you are not a half dragon, but you look similar enough that it would cause a panic in our town, especially after recent events. Is there anything I can help you with?
You have any meat?
Any what?
Meat.
Oh, meat.
He almost makes like a yakking face for a second. No, we do not eat the flesh of the living.
Well,
Well, they're dead. It's time to eat them. They're dead. I mean, right?
So, does he know where the green dragon is? We can go kill the green dragon while we're waiting for Galen. On a day's
Does
work.
not know. When the dragon first attacked, I mean, I can tell you what I
Tell us. Yes,
was
please.
there.
Yes, please.
I'm sure if you spoke to others in the village, you might be able to find out more. I was out on patrol. I saw when the dragon first attacked. It swooped in and attacked the ground first, and half of those that died were in that first pass. They came out of nowhere and ambushed us. We had no idea what was going on. Yes, there were hundreds of humans wearing black with purple trim and some gold highlights, and all very draconic, for a lack of a better word. I saw our priest step out to lead the others in the fight, and the dragon swallowed him whole.
Wow.
After that, I was wounded and knocked unconscious during the fighting. And when I awoke, I discovered that somehow they had fought off the assault, and the dragon had retreated along with his troops.
Where did they retreat to?
We don't know. They left the forest.
What direction did they know?
You didn't send out someone to follow them?
We have patrols out right now.
Okay.
Each time they hit, we don't know where they're coming from.
It's like it's so many clouds around. It's hard to see.
Do you need help repairing the village?
No, we have many workers here that are putting things back together, and not to sound blunt, but we actually have an abundance of living space. We're just short on living people.
Why would King Melindrak say there's no problem?
I cannot speak to what the king's reasoning might be, but we are defending our lands. We're but one small village in a large kingdom.
How are the other
Who do you
villages?
think would be important?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you said, John.
Josh, go ahead, bud.
I guess I was getting at, who do you think would be a next important target, or the next target?
So far, it seemed to be random. The last village it hit was half the size of ours and didn't have a tremendous amount of value there. It was stripped clean and burned to the ground.
Can you give us a map, please, that shows the location of the attacks?
Of course, I can have one made for you. I don't have one on me.
Okay.
Most of us, we don't even begin patrolling until we've lived here. We're 100, so we don't really have a lot of need for recorded maps. We know this woods, it's our home.
Well, then get a piece of parchment and sketch me a small, just an idea.
Absolutely. I will have someone prepare you a detailed map that you can follow.
The sooner the better, please.
So you mentioned talking to people for more information. Who does you recommend we start with? Or where would be the best place to start?
You may try. We have several areas for. We have set up triage. You could speak with the wounded there who were conscious from one of the attack. But anyone here was probably a survivor. We've had some elves come from other villages to help, but for the most part, anyone here was in the attack.
All right, I'm going to
Do we know how?
Prepare a map.
Do we know how these guys survived while the other villages burned?
Not really.
Oh, he doesn't know.
I would like to go around the village and maybe talk to people or look at the lists or whatever to see if I can figure out how they kept 150 alive.
Okay. You guys can basically canvass the village, try and get information. Who's going to be leading those efforts?
I will persuade people.
Probably not.
I can investigate well if that's a thing.
Sure. All right. Give me an investigation. Give me a persuasion from Lucas, and pick 2 people to help. If the people who help get a 10 or higher, you can have advantage.
I think Coven and I would search the outskirts of town for people and not try to.
I'm good at
scare
persuasion.
them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
so I'll have
Jaeger
Nick
and
help me.
Coven, pick one guy to lead, or you can just both roll investigation.
Oh yeah, Coben loves to investigate.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the information you managed to deduce. Some of the survivors you speak with claim that they saw a cultist riding atop the dragon. Most of them felt that the dragon rider was a human, like the other cultist. A few people say that they moved with the figure. The figure moved with the grace of an elf. When the priest died, the village's warden, Galen, has become the leader of Alton. Though he was in the thick of the fight, he survived unscathed and has been a potent force in rallying the survivors. The attack lasted a very short while, but when the dragon suddenly, just unexpectedly retreated, it did not appear they were losing. The cultists followed, but as they fled, they didn't take anything of value, which is a pretty stark contrast, as you guys have personal experience with.
Yeah.
It's like they had a mission and accomplished it or something.
The other villages, there have been 4 other villages hit.
Oh shit, my headset just went dead.
The attacks have been much more sporadic, and the cult losses have been much greater, and the targets have been smaller. But 4 other villages have been razed, and everything of value taken.
But this one, they just used hit and run tactics.
So they're looking for something.
Oh, Will's headset died.
Yeah, I see.
I thought he was showing off his
5?
chest there.
So it would appear the cult is looking for something specific.
Should we take 5 while he gets his headset fixed?
Yeah, I need to feed the cats. Let's do that.
I'm not moving because I guess my dog's trying to settle down.
Okay, I'll be right back.
So you can see my dog. This is my puppy here, and the brat over there is my older one.
Test 1, 2, test.
I hear you.
Well, that was good.
Are we going on 5? Is that what's happening? Sorry.
Yeah. He's gonna feed the cat. So I give you time to fix your mic.
Okay. I figured out what was going on. I got it solved.
Cool.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna take a piss, so I'll be right back.
All right, we'll be here.
Piss away, piss away.
Oh, I was just giving you a hard time, JJ, earlier. I realized the dogs were making noise.
Oh, no. I didn't think you were offended.
All right.
And if you were, go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. I couldn't help myself.
That's fine. I've been knowing that shit out of me tonight.
Say what?
The dog's been knowing that shit out of me. They're constantly running in and out, in and out. It's like, just pick one.
Doggy door.
Yeah. It was they have some kind of security issue with those, though.
Who does?
Just when people can break in with doggy doors.
If someone wants to break into your house, they're going to break into your house.
Yeah, but I mean, there's breaking in, and then there's the difficulty levels. There's more, so it's not that. Yes, if they really want to break in, they're going to smash the window. But it's something as small as just an open space. They can just kind of walk in. But also have cats too on top of that.
Oh,
Which are, it's like they don't have claws.
okay.
Well, they don't have front claws, but.
You know what's a big deterrent here for breaking in?
Shotguns?
Yeah, it's Montana.
That only works when you're home, though.
Someone tried to rob a gas station. It's funny you mentioned that. I think last month.
Yeah.
Someone tried to break into a guy's house, and the neighbors kept his ass from getting away.
Nice.
Yeah, the
My friend
neighbors
did that
held him
recently.
at gunpoint while they called the cops.
My friend did that in Texas, although the intruder turned out to be the guy's son, which was fine.
Right.
But yes, he knew that his neighbor was on vacation. Somebody was there, so he held him at gunpoint.
And a guy tried to rob a gas station last month. Not trying to be that guy, but he was a black guy. Anyway,
Wow.
He's dead
Really?
now.
You used a descriptive word?
He's the dead guy now.
Yeah.
So, and it wasn't the guy behind the
That's
counter
natural
that shot
selection.
him.
Oh, really?
It wasn't the guy behind the counter who shot him. It was one of the customers who shot him. Yep.
Love that shit.
He didn't die on the spot. They shot him in the leg, but he bled out.
Oh,
Really? Must have hit artery or something.
yeah.
Yep. There's a pretty big artery in your leg.
Big one.
So,
You hear about the guy who was killed at Mama China?
No.
no.
Yeah. There's a drug
Shot
deal
in the
gone
parking
bad.
lot.
What, is Mama China the Mexican Chinese restaurant?
No.
Yeah, the Mexican Chinese restaurant.
No, that's not Mama China. That's Super China Buffet off of Warnell Road.
Yeah, Mama China, a guy got shot, taken to the hospital, and died.
Wow.
At
The guy
6
at the
o'clock.
gas station. The guy at
Holy
the gas
shit.
station around the corner from my place got shot in the face with a shotgun.
Oh, nice. Did it kill him?
Did he make
No.
it?
Yeah, he made it.
Wow.
I was
Yeah, guys,
pretty
quite literally.
impressed.
You hear about people getting shot and dying all the time, but the number of people that get shot and die is exponentially smaller than the ones that get shot and live. That you would not think so. I mean, that's why in firearm safety classes and in self-defense classes, they say, you keep fucking shooting.
Well, you only want one side of the story, too.
That always helps.
Right.
Easy, leave it. Leave it.
Is everybody back? Oh, just waiting on Will.
Yeah.
1 second.
Did he get it fixed?
Yeah, he did. Like 10 seconds after you guys all left, he had it fixed.
Expiring effects here.
Okay, I had to take a whiz.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
He did too.
Really missing you, Neverwinter, buddy.
Yeah.
My
He
tank
downloaded
is
Wildstar now.
he is a rock star tank now.
By the way, have you
Your
played
stories.
Wildstar at all yet or no?
I have not. I logged in to make sure it was working, and that's it.
Gotcha.
But WildStar, is it free to play now?
It is, yeah.
Wildstar just went free to play.
Legends of the Sword Coast.
I'm probably going to play till this weekend.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm kind of busy this weekend too because Jen's off all weekend, so I may not be on until Monday.
As soon as Sword Coast comes out of beta, I'll pick it up.
I've got actually a birthday party this weekend. My son turns 4.
Cool. That's a fun age.
So
So I want a 3D printer.
we're gonna have about 40 people at my house, so my weekends is shot.
Okay, I think we got everybody back. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I'm gonna ask
As
if
far as Coven and Jaeger, I'm sorry. Let me get this out. Coven and Jaeger.
ouch,
Um,
Christ.
it looks like you can see like people where they retreated away. What you are sure are human footprints and boots, not the soft leather padded stuff that the elves wear. You can tell where a human army came through, but it looks like they left in every direction. So
That's their MO, though. That's what they've done in the past. They leave in every direction, then regroup.
Right. So you follow for a ways to see if you can figure out where they regroup, and they do. What's weird are they regroup and they actually went deeper into the forest. But on top of that, they don't seem to be running or hurrying. They were not retreating. They were just leaving.
So they're close.
It seems suspicious. It seems like an elf is leading them, and it seemed like they may have been targeting like the priest or something.
So if we hurry, could we catch up to him?
Oh no! The tracks are very old, weeks old.
Okay.
But it's obvious that whoever left here was not in a retreat. They were just leaving.
Okay.
Okay, so they were looking for something or someone and they found it.
Probably.
Possibly.
Probably.
Hey, Jason, how soon from their departure, or how quickly was their departure in relationship to when the priest died?
From speaking with the people, the attack lasted an hour or two, and the priest died near the beginning.
Okay.
But it also gave that one dude a chance to look like a hero because he was in the middle of the fight and came out unscathed.
Galen did lead most of the defense. The only thing you know about Galen is that he has been very quiet since that attack. He has just stoically led patrols one after another. And they say that right now he's suffering from guilt, to survive after watching half of his people die. His wife among them, that he's very robotic, but he's just going through and protecting his people because it's all he's got left now.
Which one was Galen?
Galen's the one you were waiting for, who they said is out on patrol. And he is the warden. He's basically the captain of the guard.
Okay. Do we know any information about the priest?
It was just the village priest, the highest level cleric in the village.
I mean, like, could they've done damage to the dragon, or were they like a scary foe, or just
hard to tell? It just sounds like they led the charge and they were the first one to die. That the dragon was just like, "Fuck you," and swallowed them up.
What does this town have that the other ones didn't?
More people.
It's bigger. It might have more wealth just because of its size, but
they didn't take anything of value.
it's just it's an elven village in this kingdom. It's not remarkable. There's not like some fabled artifact hidden here or anything like that.
I feel like we're missing a question.
As Jaeger and Coven return, the first guard that you spoke with returns with a simple map of the Misty Forest and just trails in roads to lead you to the various elven villages. There's about 24 of them throughout the whole wood. I mean, it would take a week or so to get to the other end, at least. But and he's circled the 4 villages that they know of that were hit. All of them are within like 2 days march. They are kind of in a not really a semicircle. Like one's south, one's east, and 2 are kind of central between those. Altlands is to the northwest of all of the most recent attacks.
So there's no pattern with the attacks or anything like that?
You mean investigation?
Oh, shit.
Excuse me.
Can I get help?
Can I help him?
Sure. Can I help?
Yeah.
I'm good at investigation.
Yeah, I'm going to tell my idea out loud. I'm going to be like, looking at it. Is there any
You're probably better to have Baxter roll and Lucas can help.
Yeah, let's do that.
So rather than doing the help advantage, for the most part, I typically say just 2 people roll. So Baxter's like, oh, I got this. Baxter deduces from looking at the places that were hit and based on the time it would take to travel, as well as the information given by Coven and Jaeger on where it looked like the other forces moved to, he's pretty sure it should be near a waterfall on the map. Would be the best place to start your search if you did a standard spiral from there.
Let's do it.
He also says that he's pretty sure he's seen this map before, and that's where it was last time.
Nice. Let's go that way.
Oh wait, no. Don't you guys think we need to wait for a few more minutes to see if the what's his nuts comes back?
Galen.
Oh, the guard who brought you the map says, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Galen returned about 30 minutes ago. He returned to his quarters. They're in the upper bowels. I can have someone take you there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Upper bowels?
Yes.
Upper bowels?
I want to climb in his bowels.
Not bowels. Bowels. Okay. Yes, a guide takes you up. You have to go up a set of wooden stairs that spiral up, and then you cross 2 bridges across platforms. You're very high up in the air now, by the way. Probably a good 200 feet up. You step into a modest dwelling that's suspended among the boughs into a cozy sitting room. There's a slim elf sitting at a desk. He's wearing leather armor. There's a bow and a long sword leaning against the set on like a light. It's not a coat rack. It's a weapon rack, but it's just for a single person stuff. Like I say, he's still wearing his armor though. He's standing there and greets you with a Lucas. It feels like a forced smile, and there's a raven perched on a nearby cage that's cawing very loudly and annoyingly. He says, "Welcome to my village. I was told that you were asking after me. How can I be of service?"
I'm glad we're all on that.
Why do we want to talk to him again? I don't remember.
We just wanted to get as much information we could about the attack and why you think it abruptly ended.
I'm just checking one thing here. He basically recounts the same thing that everyone else has told you, that the dragons attacked in the first seconds. Half of those who died fell. They tried to mount an effective defense, but the dragons, when the dragons swooped in, the priest, their spiritual and battle leader, died instantly. Galen was in the back ranks at the time and tried to fight off as many as he could. His people fought bravely, but there was just too many of them. He admits that he kind of went into a blind rage when his wife died, and the end of the battle's hazy and hard for him to remember, but he did the best that he could. And somehow they managed to drive them off. He doesn't know if they happened to wound the dragon or what, but they fell into a retreat and they left. And I've just been trying to rebuild the city since then. Village. Sorry, I keep saying city. He says village.
All right, I say we just go to the waterfall.
We're missing something here.
Yeah, I agree. There's something missing.
Does he seem like he's telling like the truth? Like he's really upset about it?
Insight.
Don't worry, guys. I'm super good at it.
Okay. Anybody else want to help him?
Yeah.
I'm really good at it. It's not really.
I'm just saying. I always have the same rule. 2 people can attack. I don't want like everyone rolling inside every time we do this. But
does anyone have good intelligence?
Anytime someone's like, "Hey, well, what about this?" I don't mind if one other person's like, "Yeah, I kind of key in on that. I want to know too."
Anybody have
0.
Otherwise, I have to give someone advantage anyway. So,
Okay, can you use your portent? Your portent, Brian?
and after more than 2, there's also too many chiefs and not enough endings.
Can I cast guidance and try?
I'm going to say no, not because guidance couldn't affect your insight, but he's going to be quite aware that you just cast a spell and wonder what the fuck is up. You're more than welcome to, knowing that you're not even going to like cast guidance without somebody noticing. Okay. Baxter, you don't so much pick up on this, but Lucas, you feel like, yes, his grief is genuine. And he does seem like someone who just lost his wife and half of the people he knew growing up, but he's not telling you something.
Can I use persuasion to try to get him to talk?
Sure.
I'll help him. Hang on.
What does Brim say to help?
Okay.
You can do it.
I'm thinking. It's like,
I mean, what
come on, like Simpsons. Come on. I can't think of anything.
Just so you know, if "come on" is what he's going to say, the difficulty glass is going to go up. So
I don't know. I'll help him. Why? Help him feel at ease.
You don't have to role play it. I'm just what's your
I'm
angle?
gonna offer him some wine, maybe a pill, help him feel at ease.
You just see Brim primping a pillow for him. Here, come on, take a load off, buddy. All right.
Can I help instead then?
Okay. You want to make him at ease. Brim has been a long-time battle veteran. He's lost a lot of... Hell, he lost his entire company a long time ago.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing you are familiar with, it's battlefield. It's guilt for surviving a battle when your friends didn't. And so you kind of relate to that to him, that nobody is, we're not putting you on trial. We know you did the best you can. We're just trying to end this threat. Well, Brim did. Nick didn't. But ease is good enough. He slumps in his chair and he does break down. He starts to sob a little bit. And he says that he watched the dragon kill his wife and there was nothing he could do to save her. And it's all he can do to just keep moving each day. And suicide is the highest sin an elf can commit, and he's contemplating it every day.
That's what he's not telling us.
Insight.
I don't
Would he
believe it.
notice if I cast speak with animals?
Yeah.
The crow. Nice.
Does it have a verbal component? I think it does. No, this is it. He's got it all on the table. This is just a robot who watched his wife die and all of his friends die, and somehow he survived.
We should invite him to come get revenge with us.
I don't trust him.
He actually says that he needs to get something to eat before he retires for the evening.
Okay.
Is there anything else he can do for you? Because he's very tired. He's had a long day. He appreciates your help. He's very thankful that you're here to help. And if there's anything his people can do, they're at your disposal.
How long have these? How long has this been going on? And why does? Do you have? What are your opinions? Why the king has not asked for help?
Because we're managing. We're able to defend ourselves.
You've lost 4 villages plus this one, and this one they didn't just leave. You didn't fight them off. They left of their own accord, not in retreat. They left. You are not winning. You are not fighting them off.
He stands up and he says, "We've told you everything that we can.
Then what are you?
I'm not able to challenge my king and order him to send us an army. I have nothing else to say to you tonight. You've done nothing but dredge up memories I don't want to have right now. Will you please leave?"
Let's let him grieve.
Let him stew is more like it. Yeah, I'll walk off.
Okay. Jaeger, in answer to your question, I believe that spell has a verbal component. So I think you have to actually, and plus you have to talk to the bird. We can double check real quick.
Yeah, it says components V and S.
Yeah, so there's a somatic,
verbal and
there's a somatic component, hand gestures and stuff. You have to be able to move your hands, and you have to be able to speak.
What's in this room right here, Jason?
It's just it's a small cottage, really. It's his living quarters. It's just like a room, a bed, a chamber pot, a chair to sit in, a desk, a weapon rack for his stuff, maybe a small chest. I mean, for his clothing and stuff like that.
Hey, wait, Coven has something to say.
Okay.
I want to ask Galen what his wife's name was.
Wow. Nice. He seems very touched. He says a very complicated elven name that he says that in the common tongue, you would call her Emerald Jewel.
I will tell him that when I kill the dragon that did this, it'll be in her name.
And we'll bring the head back for him.
He seems very moved. He nods and blinking through tears, he thanks you.
All right, I'm done now. Let's get out of this prissy ass town.
Yeah, let's go to the waterfall. Post taste.
Just out of curiosity, do we have a plan on what we're going to do when we get there?
Go inside, kill the dragon, save the day.
Do you remember that part where he said there was hundreds of people?
Wouldn't be the first time we evaded the cult.
All right,
What we do is we dress some people up like cultists, and then we walk in. I believe.
Too famous.
Oh, hey, we don't have the monk, so no one's getting tied up this time. And we just
do it. We saw the banner. We got to unfurl the banner from before.
Oh God. Somewhere in the cultist backlogs, there's like a new training thing where they're like, if you see a dragonborn and a bunch of other dudes carrying a banner around, kill them on sight.
We haven't actually had the banner out yet. They've never seen us carry the banner.
Don't worry, guys. I'll try to brief you on the way. It'll be like, okay, here's what we do. We go in there.
Blood now, so
Remember when we
Oh yeah, that's right.
captured the stuff from Greenest and blah blah blah? We'll have cultist stories.
So
Well, let's go scout it out.
well, we should cover that it's actually night. So
Sleeping might be good.
Yeah, we probably should get some rest.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put long rest.
Post guard.
Nice and healthy. They have, this is awkward, they have plenty of quarters for you to use.
Hey,
Nice.
do I need to do my pretend yet, or is that later?
You'd roll your pretend in the morning.
Okay.
Any other activities that night?
Wait, what time is it? How late is it?
Dusk, like the sun's setting right now.
Okay, one thing I will do is, I'll spend as much time so I can still get a long rest, but I will spend as much time as I can walking around and casting mending on anything that I can repair or any damages that I can undo.
Okay.
Would it be hang on. I forgot the word I was going to use, but would it be wrong to inquire at this point in their lives if there's an elven brothel in town?
Yes, Brim has the self-awareness to assume that, one, there probably is not an elven brothel, since elves mate for life, and two, that it's probably not a good time to ask either.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Oh my God. Okay, this battle went on for an hour. Where are all the dead cultists? Where are the cultists that they killed?
Oh, there's some. I mean,
Okay, I want to ask Jaeger if he can go through the corpses and see if he can find anything that will give us a better idea of their location, a better idea, any intel.
Sure, digging through dead bodies? Yeah, why not?
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
Oh, I'm going to ask Brim if he'd do me a favor and go help out the medics, or go help out the
triage, the infirmary.
Jesus. Yes, go to the infirmary and see if he can help.
Brim's gonna look at his wine, pour it out, say it tastes like piss anyways, and go help.
I thought you were going to say you're going to keep drinking.
I thought about it, but it's cheap wine. It's not even ale.
Okay.
I mean, if we're helping the city, Coven will help shore up the defenses.
What was that?
I've got Baxter and Coven. What are you doing in the night?
Coven will help shore up the defenses for, killing dragons.
Okay. Baxter?
I'm just going through my spells.
Okay. I need a medicine roll from Nick. I need
Funny, 'cause my medicine score is non-existent.
Jaeger, I'd like investigation, and Lucas, give me nature. Simply because it's the closest thing to repairing these natural structures.
Is it gonna be like Fallout where I make the wound worse?
No, you're not going to make the wounds worse.
Hey, Jason,
they're already stable, so. Do what?
Lucas has mend.
Yeah, I'm casting a spell.
I know. This is more about, can you figure out how it's supposed to be put back? Because these are natural. You haven't lived in an elf village before.
Oh, okay.
Or if I cut off the wrong leg.
Yeah.
I'm going to save his leg. Please stop helping.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? None of you do anything bad. Jaeger, you don't find anything that gives you any real insight as to where they might be, or where they were headed or anything. They're honestly, most of their boots are caked with road dust, so that's from outside the forest. And the few that are dead are like really, really dead. I mean, they died in some of the first volleys. So, 7, 12 arrows in them all around the heart. So, when you charge an elf lion, the first guys get it pretty bad. So, Lucas, you're putting the town together. You're repairing what you can. While you're repairing some stuff, Falamir is around and giving some of his advice when you're not sure how, like two beams that weave together into a spiral, or whether or not they're supposed to loop around. And you're arguing with Falamir a little bit as to what he feels the Lady of Summer's approved method is and what you're going with. And, if you want to half-ass it, I guess you can. And while you're having that argument, Falamir stops and looks over and goes much faster. Hey, isn't that Galen guy over there? Why is he leaving his house? Thought he said he was really tired. As you notice Galen slip quietly out of his house and move along the shadows along the walkway.
Falamir, turn invisible, follow him, and let me see through your eyes.
Okay. Falamir asks if you want him to put his ass down.
No.
He doesn't say put his ass down. He's like, do you want me to? He's like slits his sword across his throat.
Or flank with an arrow.
Well, he's got a sword too.
Yeah.
Hey, while I'm doing this, can I split my focus enough to go track down Jaeger? Or is this taking most of my concentration?
What's the range of your telepathy? 100 feet?
No, it's on this plane.
What?
Oh.
That's right. Falamir's a badass. Because he's your pact creature.
No, he's not. It's just part of the
he's just
spell.
regular fine familiar, but is it on this plane? No. 100 feet you can communicate telepathically.
Oh, okay.
The plane.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll tell him to communicate as long as
he can. The pact familiar is the one that's on any plane of existence.
Oh, okay.
As long as he's on the same plane as you. Okay, but Falamir lets you know your last you can go find Jaeger. Your last contact from Falamir, you can see him still tailing Galen, who has gone down to the ground level. He uses one of it's like an emergency rope since the lifts are still being repaired.
Yeah.
He moves down to ground level, and you notice he's taking care to not be spotted. Not that Falamir's having any trouble. You do notice one time he turns around and looks in Falamir's direction, and Falamir is thinking to you. He's like, he heard my wings. So
I'm going to tell him
appears to be pretty alert.
I'm going to tell him to stay back as far as he can.
Okay. He says that Falamir last indication to you is that they're heading south, and he'll try and leave you a trail.
Okay, then I'm going to go grab the rest of the group and say.
Sure, you don't want me to put him down?
Yeah, I'm sure, buddy. I'm sure.
Okay. Okay, Lucas, you find you actually find Brim and Jaeger at basically the same time since they're near each other.
Okay.
Coven's actually out carving spikes to dig into the ground and everything, and so he's pretty easy to locate as well. Baxter's in your guys' quarters reading his spell books.
Okay. I'm going to get them all.
Okay. Lucas gathers you up. He can get you up to speed. And what are you guys doing?
Chase after him.
Yeah, let's track him down. I'm going to roll something to help.
I want to follow, but I want to follow at a distance, and I'm looking for signs from Falamir.
Okay, Jaeger's happy to point out the signs that Falamir is leaving.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna do that.
Like
JJ,
you guys
missed one.
Yeah.
As you guys are like walking up, like you guys literally like get to the ground, and he's like, "Oh, that's a pretty good signal." And so you can see Falamir has been leaving. It looks like little sword scrapes on the trees, and they're actually kind of hard to spot. But Jaeger has absolutely no problem. He's like, "No, see that scratch 3 feet up on that tree? It shouldn't be there." So
who are we following?
We are following whatever the wine.
Galen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You travel back into the woods for about a mile.
Where is the waterfall in relation to where we're going?
The waterfall should be kind of east-southeast, and you guys are heading almost due south.
Okay.
It takes a while. Eventually, you actually, you feel Falamir's presence. It's faint, but he's within range. And Falamir, as soon as he hears you, he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so back! I didn't think you were going to come. I was leaving a trail. Did you find my trail?"
Yeah, well, yeah, Jaeger did.
Oh,
it was a good trail.
Well, I know it's a good trail. It's not my fault if you can't see the trail. I mean, I left the trail all over the place. Okay. He says, "Oh, you should check this out." You feel your vision replaced with Falamir's, and you are looking at a clearing. It's pretty wide, and Galen is sitting on a rock at the edge of the clearing. He's just sitting there, looking up into the sky expectantly.
Can I get up close to where I can see him?
You can make a stealth check if you want.
I don't know, man. He heard the wings of that fairy.
Yeah,
Anybody
wait a
who wants
second.
to get-
If he starts moving, I'm gonna ask him to wait. What I am gonna ask Jaeger to do is from where we are, so we're well out of audible range.
By the way, based on how far away Falamir is, like your view is, Falamir's probably 40 or 50 feet away from Galen in the woods, and you're probably 100 feet behind that. So it's probably 150 feet or so to Galen.
That's perfect. What I'm going to ask, I'm going to tell Jaeger that he's looking up. So is there any kind of tree in the neighborhood that he can scale to try to get a view of the night sky to see if we've got incoming?
Yeah, I mean, it's a forest, so the trees are pretty fucking tall. But I mean, it's an elven wood, so some of the trees have trunks that are like, some of these trees are like redwoods. I mean, they're huge.
Yeah, let Coven climb the tree. Coven can climb like a mother. And wait, I've still got my goddamn wings. I'll just fly out. This is dumb.
I'm gonna watch out for spiders while he does that.
Okay. Perception for Brim and Coven.
And I'm going to tell Coven I want him to stay on the away from where the other guy would have a line of sight on him.
Yeah, no problem. Stay away from the prissy kid.
Yes.
But
Okay.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say again?
See no spiders.
Okay.
Coven, you fly basically straight up, staying on this side of the tree, opposite of where Lucas is saying the guy is. As you fly up high enough, you have to go up about 100 feet before you've got a clear sight around the trees. Outside of the weird, it's almost like the trees are poking through the clouds because of the mist. You don't see anything up here.
I'll hang out for a minute.
Okay.
So, Jason, I guess my thought on going up to see the guy was I'd like to get close enough with that that perceptive feat that I've got. I can read lips.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as long as nobody tries to stop you, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Come on, Ninja.
Oh wait, can I give him guidance?
One nice
on
thing is
his
it's
being
very
stealthy?
easy. It's very easy to hide here. Yes, you can give him guidance. It is very easy to hide because everything is, even standing in the open, is lightly obscured. Okay. You guys pretty much lose sight of Jaeger. It's not long before Falamir is like, "Whoa, that sneaky guy just came by." And Jaeger, you managed to flank around to the east side of, I'm sorry, the west side, to the right of him. You managed to flank around to the west side to where you can actually see Galen's face. He's crying, and he's watching up into the sky. You watch him for about 5 more minutes, and then finally he stands. You see that he was actually holding his sword in his lap. He sheathes his long sword, and he turns around and starts heading back to the north.
Like he's gonna kill himself or something.
Hey, Jason, is this after our long rest? Like, is it morning time?
You actually have not had your long rest yet, no.
Okay.
We should bring him with us, for closure.
Okay. Lucas, you hear Falamir tell him, "Oh, hey, he's coming back."
Good.
Total time, based on what Falamir told you, you'd say he sat there an hour.
So he was just going here to mourn? Is that our assumption?
Or look for the dragon.
Yeah, but he wasn't looking. He was sitting there waiting with his sword out.
Looking up.
Hey, he was looking for the courage to kill himself.
That's probably pretty damn close.
I guess I would step out and try and say something to him.
Yeah.
About, because Jaeger comes from the soldier background as well.
Okay.
And just start telling stories about old comrades.
Jaeger, you're about to. And as you start to step into the clearing, something catches your attention. You're close enough that you'll catch attention. I'll tell you this. If you had actually rolled an active perception check, you probably would have spotted this sooner. But we're going off your passive, which is still crazy. This is not a natural clearing. The brush has been trampled down here by something huge. And since you fucking hate them, you recognize dragon tracks on the ground here. It instantly becomes clear to you that a dragon has landed here more than once.
Huh.
Did you still want to console him?
No, I'm going to call him out.
Okay. You call out to him. Those of you who are 150 feet back hear a voice. It's Jaeger's, but you can't tell what he says. It's too far away.
I'm going to charge him. I heard his voice.
What's he say? I'm going to translate.
Oh yeah,
I guess I would say
that's fine. So I don't know what
I would say something to the point of I would just ask him, how long have you been working with the dragon?
Oh shit!
Wow.
I'm going to start moving up in a hurry, and I'm going to tell everybody else we need to get there quick.
Yes, I'm going to be moving.
Question: can Coben hear all this while he's staring at the sky?
Telepathy, right?
I'm about 100 feet in the air, you said. So that might be legitimate that I might miss everything.
This is a 100-foot range for telepathy.
As soon as I can get close enough to see, I'll send Falamir up to get him.
Okay. So to get who? To get Galen? Oh, to get Coven. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
We should have him now.
Hey, Jason, time out.
Well, Coven can see you guys start running. I mean, he's just
Okay, good.
Oh wait, no, he can't. Not through the fog. He can't.
Does
see
dark vision help us see through the fog?
No, it does not.
Wait a second. I'm going to ask Falamir if he'll telepathically tell Coven to get down here.
He can do that.
I don't think Falamir's telepathic with anybody else. Just you.
Yeah.
He could go get him.
Yeah, Coben's not too receptive to voices in the head right now anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably true. This is the first time in months that he hasn't had a voice whispering to him all the fucking time. But Coven's suddenly appreciating how quiet the world actually is. So
that's what he's doing up there. Fuck, the sky is pretty when it's not cloudy.
You could send Falamir to go get him. He can fly. So.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Falamir heads for Coven. You guys are heading south. Jaeger steps out and asks, how long have you been working with the cult? Galen spins. Sword comes out. He's alarmed. He seems quite scared. He obviously did not realize you were there. He vehemently denies your accusation. He's come here to mourn his wife, and you have no right to follow him. He's not a criminal.
He came to mourn where a dragon lands
regularly.
You definitely see a nervous tick as his eyes reflexively look over, like right where the dragon tracks are. And you're positive that, like, if you didn't, like, you're a tracker, you spotted the tracks pretty easy, but most people probably wouldn't realize it was a dragon, right? He looks right where the dragon's been landing. So it's apparent to you that he knows exactly what you're talking about. But he denies it. He says, I don't know what you're talking about. I've come to this clearing for weeks now.
Are the rest of us there yet?
No, I'll tell you when you guys are there.
He's really incriminating stuff. He's coming here for weeks talking to dragons.
Yeah, I don't know what I would say to call him out on it. Can I tell how long it's been trampled down? I mean, it didn't happen overnight.
The trees and how dead some of the bushes are, like the discoloration, because when you first break a branch, it doesn't go like gray right away. You can tell, rough estimate, the timing of this is shortly after Altland was attacked, is when something started landing here. A dragon started landing here.
After the attack, then?
Yeah. A dragon has started landing here after the attack.
I guess I would bring that fact up to his attention.
Okay, his eyes are just like wide. You can tell he's a mixture. Actually, give me an insight. I'm not sure how well you can tell. We'll see.
We'll see how well you can tell.
Man,
Kelvin, a little dude pops into place in front of you and says, "Quick, you got to get down there. He's down there with the thing, and Jaeger just told him something, and now he's freaking out, and they need you to get down there, and everybody's running really fast, so hurry up." And then he goes, and he zips off back into the clouds.
Yeah, I'll fly down.
Okay. Jaeger, he appears to be, you can't tell if he's furious or scared or what, but he's just a well of emotion all of a sudden. You feel like he might be thinking about running. And then you hear crashing footsteps from the rest of the party coming south. Getting with you guys can at least see a silhouette now in the fog.
I want to charge and grapple.
Oh god.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll for initiative then. We're getting physical.
Let's get physical.
Physical.
Good.
I'm not gonna have my weapon out just yet, but I'll charge and grapple. You know.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Where the hell's my?
After darkness.
I can't find my initiative. I'm sorry, I'm blind.
Is Chaucer the Grim with us?
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
What the fuck? Where are my tokens?
They're all dead.
Oh, there they are. Bloop. Let's get that in there. Close. Here's what I'm looking for.
Bloop.
That kind of sword look magical, by the way.
Yeah.
I need to roll for initiative. Menu. Initiative. NPC initiatives. Okay. Well, Chaucer Brim is actually first.
You should grapple.
Well, did you give him any instructions?
No, not really.
Okay. Then Chaucer Brim runs up pretty quickly, actually, and readies his spear sword and readies an action on Brim's command to run this guy through.
Okay.
And he orders in his excitement, he forgets to speak common, and so he yells something at him in Draconic. Those of you who speak Draconic hear him say to throw down his weapon. He is now the prisoner of Lord Brim.
Nice.
Lucas.
Yeah, fuck it.
What are you gonna do?
Grapple him too.
Murder. I cast murder.
I guess murder. Did you guys see that? Josh, you're the one who linked it, right? The Last Witch Hunter?
Yeah.
It looks terrible, but I want to see it so bad.
Vin Diesel, I'll watch it.
It's not really D&D. I mean, it's a D&D character pulled into the future, but it doesn't matter. It's based on Vin Diesel's character when he was a kid.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's
I
an
don't know
uber nerd.
anything
Dude.
else.
Yeah, he's a big D&Der. I thought that was really awesome.
I don't know anything else about the movie. I'm gonna go see.
I didn't know this. Did you know Vin Diesel wrote the foreword for one of the 4 ebooks, I think?
Yeah,
Yes,
no idea.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that.
I knew he was an uber nerd.
Okay. What was the paralyzed?
I cast hold person.
Oh, okay. Does he get a saving throw?
No.
What?
Jesus.
Yes, he gets a saving throw.
What's the save?
My spell level.
23.
Thing. No, I think it's like 17.
1700.
What's your
It's
DC?
probably-
I need to know so I can roll.
Well, I think it's 17.
Roll, we'll let know if it's high enough.
I don't know where to find my DC. My thing is proficiency. No, actually, it's 8 plus 9, so yeah, 17.
Okay. He makes a save.
Oh,
Great.
whoa.
That's why spells are worthless.
Jaeger.
How far away am I?
30 feet.
We can't
What is
kill
he
this
doing?
guy.
Is he trying to run? No, I'm not going to kill him.
He has not made any attack. He is just in a panic right now. I mean, he's like, oh, God, there's guys all around me. There's a little fucking kobold screaming at me and draconic. And somebody just tried to cast a spell on me.
I just want to tell him, come with us. We'll not hurt you yet. We just need to figure out what's going on.
Yet.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay. He sheathes his sword. He backs away from Chaucer de Brim and is pointing at him. You know, get that away from me. And Chaucer de Brim is continuing to babble in Draconic that he will get down on his knees or he will be run through in the name of Lord Brim. And he advances on him a little bit.
I'll bark at Chaucer de Brim and Draconic to stop or something clever.
Give me intimidation.
I'll tell Chuck to listen to him to hold up.
Okay.
To keep ready.
Chaucer de Brim starts to say something to Jaeger. He's like, "What? You will not speak to the hand of Brim in such a..." And then he stops and he looks over at Brim, who's like, "Do what he says." And he's like, "Oh, I forgot. Most honored hand of Brim."
I think that was the closest Casa de Brim has actually come to getting killed.
Yeah, it is.
There we go.
I thought it was when he was fighting the dragon because he was the closest to it.
Oh no, you did not ate the little guy.
So, yeah. Okay, so Chaucer de Brim backs down. He mentions to Brim as he gets close to you, he mumbles something about he doesn't feel that Jaeger should be a hand as well. Perhaps you should give him a different title. All right. Galen demands to know why you followed him.
You look like someone that didn't want to be followed.
Guilty, yeah. He lied to us. Told he was going to sleep and he's sneaking off out of town after talking to us. Very guilty.
Happens to be coming to a play. Oh wait, Jaeger? Did you share the knowledge about the area?
I mean, you haven't had a chance to yet. No.
Okay.
Coven and the Pixie come swooping in. Falamir lands on your shoulder. He's
I'm going to tell Coven to stand down.
Fine.
So
Coven
I guess I
finally
would
gets there.
say
He has to stand down. That sucks.
Yeah.
Falamir is pacing back and forth on Lucas's shoulder. He's got his chest all puffed out, sword drawn. What were you saying, Josh?
I guess I would say something to the effect of you looked like someone who didn't want to be followed, and we find you here where a dragon roosts or lands.
He looks at the dragon tracks. He looks at you. He looks at everybody else. And he sits back down on the rock and just puts his head in his hands and starts to sob.
Now is the time to come clean.
Yeah, what'd he do?
After his wife was killed, he was face to face with the dragon and its rider, an elf. He begged for his life. He offered him anything just to spare him. The elf took him up on that and agreed to spare him and leave Alton intact if he gave him information on where other settlements could become targets for the next round of raids. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know the location of the dragon's lair. He did notice that it's southeast of here, and the worm speaker's clothes and hair are always wet.
I want to do insight on what he's telling us.
And I come here and meet him. I come here every night. Sometimes he comes, sometimes he doesn't. I make sure that the patrols around the village they're going to hit are light, and I do it to minimize the casualties. I try and make sure as many people as possible are not there.
Okay, I have an idea.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Maybe. We need to set up a place where men can't necessarily get to, but a dragon can, and ambush him.
Like here?
Or you could do that. That would be obvious, but yeah. that would be the obvious choice. I guess I'm making it difficult.
Yeah,
but I was thinking about feeding him false information, but yeah.
Go to that waterfall. I mean, the guy's wet or whatever.
Do you know what kind of numbers he's got?
I have no idea. They attacked with hundreds that night. I haven't heard that the other villages are hit by hundreds, but he also knows that the villages are very lightly defended.
What color was the dragon?
Green.
Green.
Was the rider wearing a green mask?
He wasn't when I saw him.
What color was the mask?
He wasn't wearing a mask.
Then how did you know he was a worm speaker?
Everybody called him Worm Speaker.
Everybody? How many people show up?
No, I mean during the attack.
Oh.
Is this why you want to kill yourself?
When he told his men to retreat, they said, yes, Worm Speaker, and left.
Is this why you want to kill yourself?
He doesn't have an answer.
So I think we should tell him that he'll continue to wait, and we'll wait with him.
I mean, do the five of us really want to try to take on a dragon?
Yeah,
right now?
Well, absolutely. But, I don't think this. If he was heading back at this point, I don't think the dragon's coming.
the dragon's not coming tonight.
Yeah, he's not.
The dragon may come tomorrow.
He's not coming tonight. He may come tomorrow. He may come the night after that. Sometimes it's a week before he comes.
I don't want to wait a week.
Then we need to go to
The dragon shouldn't make an attack, though, until he gets the information, right?
Do what?
The dragon will not come until he provides the information on the next hit, right? Like, the dragon doesn't attack any other villages. He only attacks after he gets provided, here's the location for you to hit.
So far, that's been the case. Well, no, that's not true. I didn't tell him about the village before last that was hit was not my arrangement. He hit that one without my assistance.
I would say if we wait here, we know where he's going to be, and he won't be surrounded by an army.
True. We could also go to his cave and catch him on his way in or out.
And get his treasure.
Where the army would probably be.
We could take him.
Wait a second, though. I mean, okay. I think we need to scope out the cave. Yeah, I think we definitely need to scope out the cave and see what the skinny is with that. But I do think that we don't have enough info. I mean, I don't think the whole army is at the cave. I think that the dragon's at the cave and the army is one of these marauding groups that goes around and causes havoc all over the place.
So if we kill the dragon, it should make it easier for the elves to wipe out the humans.
Absolutely. And not to mention that, though, but what we could do is we could kind of enlist some help from some of these elves who want vengeance.
Yeah, we send those elves.
I will throw this out there. Most of the elves who are capable of vengeance are in the infirmary. Most of the fighters are the ones who were killed.
But we need scouts right now,
the
right?
fighters are busy being murdered as Galen was making a deal to get the dragon to leave.
Yeah.
So most of the soldiers are dead. I mean, it was pretty weird that you guys walked in and there were like 5 guards. They're like, "Hey, stop."
Hey,
Even that,
stop.
your scouts are your soldiers, Josh.
Yeah, I guess with the elves, it's probably true.
Yeah, they're not much for stand-up fight. They're more of a guerrilla warfare.
It looks like our options are wait while the dragon attacks until he comes back, or go after his cave. I think those.
How
are our
often
two.
does the dragon normally show up?
Sometimes it's a week. That's what he said.
Yeah.
The
How far
village
is
is
the
average?
He's come 3 times since then.
How far is the cave?
I don't.
No, I mean
He doesn't know where the
On
cave
the
is.
map, you would say it's probably a day or 2.
No, yeah, bullshit. He knows exactly
Through
where.
this woods and mist.
How long's it been since he came?
4 days.
That's what I do.
I don't think waiting would be horrible.
I don't have news as to whether or not he's hit the next village.
How many villages did you tell him about? 1 or
1. I arranged 1 village to be lightly defended.
Okay,
I'm trying
Has
to
it
save
been hanging
lives.
that's great. Did you tell your wife that too?
Oh, burn.
He has no. He just slumps. He has nothing to answer to that.
Has that village been hit?
He
He doesn't know yet.
He doesn't know yet. He hasn't
Oh,
heard.
okay. Sorry, I missed that.
I don't care.
So here's the question: do we use him as bait and try to get the dragon here? We'd have to wait, on max another 3 days, or do we go hunting for the dragon on our own?
Well, if,
you've got a week to
find out-
decide.
We still got 2 minutes. We can start right now.
Coven votes for action. Coven would rather go to the cave.
Me too.
I think the ambush is the better way to go.
So 2 for cave, 1 for
wait. But
ambush.
we have to think about this. We don't know whether or not. Oh, wait a second. Falamir. He said that 4 other villages had been hit. Was the village that he's talking about one of the villages that Falamir told me had been hit?
No.
It
No,
was
there have
not.
been 4 villages hit, and Galen said there's been 4 hit. Galen said one of those 4 is not one that he told the dragon. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the dragon, like that they're going to wait until Galen feeds them a
Here's
spot.
the thing: if we head out now, we may stop from hitting the town. If we wait, the next town definitely be hit.
Yeah, how far is the next town? Maybe we can beat them there.
The one Galen told them is 2 days south.
When did he tell him? 4 days ago?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
that means the army's going through the trees now. We'll definitely meet the dragon and the army there.
Wait. If we told him 2 days ago and it's 2 days south, they could, or they told him 4 days ago, they could have been there and back.
Yeah.
Wait a
I'm
second.
saying ambush.
We can ambush the dragon back at the waterfall. The troops won't be back yet.
That's good. Yeah. Dragon
2
will be-
days
Dragon's
there
gonna
and
come
2
in.
days back.
No, but you're not. I mean, you're not accounting for the battle. They're not going to go in, destroy everything, and then immediately leave. They're going to lick their wounds. They're going to pack up the treasure. They're going to bring it back. I mean, it's going to take them a day to do that. And the dragon, sure as shit, not going to hang out with these monkeys.
That's
We've
a
got
good
a
point.
dragon
To
that's
the
most
cave.
likely sitting at his waterfall by himself, playing with himself.
At
Yeah.
best, the
You had
people
me
loot-
until playing with yourself.
Yeah, the great
I'm sorry, I
dragon
watched the
defends that.
Deadpool trailer
at
today.
best,
Hold on.
we'd have part of the army stay behind, the other part
Hold
would
on.
be around the dragon.
In Dragon Queen tradition, green dragon porn.
Oh no!
Oh, that's true. We haven't looked up R34 Green Dragons.
Green dragon masturbation. That's what we need.
R34 Green Dragon.
Images.
All right, I'll see you guys
It's a
next week when
thing.
we figure out what we do.
Next week.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
hey,
Top
Mosi,
hit is masturbating with a dragon dildo.
And when Jim watches this and asks me next week, I'm gonna blame you. It was all your idea to Google it.
Right. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Rule 34 green dragon's pretty. What the fuck is that? That is a green dragon
that's where we got it. We're done.
giving it up the ass to a werewolf, maybe?
Oh,
kind of-
dragons fucking cars? Is that what
Green
we're doing?
dragon tentacle porn because their tail.
Dragons
No,
fucking
no
cars.
tentacles.
Oh,
Wow,
no,
there's
I
a
found
lot
one.
of green
There's-
dragon. Oh, hey, here's one green dragon from the Marvel. Marvel's green dragon.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Sphinx.
I like that. Oh God!
His name is
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's raunchy.
pretty-
I'm sorry I saw that.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this Puff the Magic Dragon? No, it's not. I don't know what this one is, but this is an awesome picture.
What?
This is like a giant fat ass dragon sitting on another dragon, like a draconian's face, and it just shows a little butthole right about to plant on his face.
There we
So-
go.
I
Okay.
googled it. I googled green dragon porn. I got Michelangelo screwing Leonardo in the ass.
All right.
Dragon
All right. Well, we'll cut that.